It's actually mean money coming into your bank account, coming in the form of clients paying you. G'day, Llew from Elgas here again today. What I'm going to talk about today is something that's very, very important for businesses, and that is adequate cash flow. Into WA's economy, obviously we're in very tight conditions. I don't think that's news to anyone, and cash flow really is king at the moment. So I've been working as an accountant for 20 odd years in the industry, and I think that it's always been important, but right now really, really important, given that there's businesses that are really struggling out there. Okay, so what is cash flow? Cash flow is all about cash coming into your business and cash going out of your business. And I don't mean $100 notes, I actually mean money coming into your bank account, coming in the form of clients paying you or selling other things in your business. And then the outgoings, or the cash out, is when you're paying your bills, your tax, your wages, your rent, all those things. So the net of those two things is your net cash flow position. That could be weekly, monthly or annual. So I've got 5 key areas to talk about with cash flow. First one, budgeting. So without a budget for the next year or beyond, you're not really going to understand what your cash flow looks like. So you predict your sales, you predict your cost of goods sold, you predict your expenses. This all relies on a full knowledge of your business and perhaps expert help. And what it means is that you can see in a predictive way, and I'm not saying that budgets tell you exactly where you're going to end up, but they will tell you in a predictive way where you can expect to be, which is very important. If that number's negative, then you get to point 2, and that's talking about working capital. So if your business needs some new equipment or it's expanding rapidly, and your budget tells you you're going to run out of money in month 3 or month 6 or 8, then you need to approach the bank to improve your position from a working capital point of view, so that you get an injection of funds at the right time. If the bank says no, perhaps talk to investors that might want to come in and share part of the ownership of the business. So they're probably the 2 key things to start with. The next one is, we go on about this quite a lot, is debtors. Making sure that when you make a sale in your business, that you've got an adequate process in place to make sure that your customers pay you on time and on your terms and not theirs. The quicker you collect your money off the customers, the higher your bank balance is. Makes perfect sense, but a lot of people lose it in the day-to-day running of their business when they think, the business I'm dealing with is struggling. Well, you've got a lot of that in WA at the moment, and there is a tendency in times like this to be a bit more lenient. It can make your business suffer. So it's important to make sure you've got the right trading term conditions around people that owe you some money. Get that PPS registration set up for your clients so that you've got security for payment. Area number 4 to look at is the opposite. It's your creditors or your accounts payable. So just as your customers might be using you as a bit of a bank, you can also do the same thing to your suppliers. So if you've got a supplier that wants their money in 14 days and you find that's difficult, approach your suppliers and see if you can get 30 days or 45-day terms so that it improves your cash flow position. So you're deferring paying your bills for a bit longer. And then I think probably the most important thing for a business owner is point number 5, and that is making sure you adequately remunerate yourself for what you're doing, and also take out a fair return on investment. So 2 components to owner's drawings, I suppose a lot of people call it. One is, if you're working very hard in your business, make sure that you're rewarded for it. Factor it into your cash flow model, make sure it works. And then the second part is, if you've got money invested into the business, making sure that you get a return on investment on those funds that applies to the risk that you're undertaking to have that money invested in your business. So that's a quick summary. If you'd like to know more, contact us at LG Accounting Solutions. Waiting for your call. Thank you.